David adjusted his tie as he stepped out of his car, the sun blazing overhead. It was lunchtime, and he was looking forward to a quiet meal. The morning at the hospital had been grueling, filled with back-to-back surgeries, and he needed a break. But just as he was about to cross the street, a piercing scream cut through the air. "Help! Someone help!" His instincts kicked in immediately. He turned toward the voice and saw a small crowd gathering near a parked car. As he pushed through, he saw a young girl, no older than 3, trapped inside a locked car. Her tiny hands pressed weakly against the glass, her face flushed red from the heat. She was gasping for air, her movements sluggish. "The doors are locked!" a frantic woman shouted. "The parent is nowhere in sight." David's heart pounded. Temperatures inside a car could soar rapidly. The little girl's breaths were shallow, her eyes fluttering. Then, before anyone could react, she collapsed against the seat. "She's passed out," someone screamed. David didn't hesitate. He grabbed a nearby rock and smashed the window. Carefully avoiding the shards, he pulled the unconscious girl into his arms. "Everyone clear," he ordered. "I'm a doctor. I'm taking her to the hospital." The crowd parted as he rushed to his car, placing the child in the back seat. He turned the air conditioning to full blast and sped toward the hospital. Every second counted. The drive felt like an eternity. Upon arrival, he leaped out and carried the child inside. "I need a stretcher now," he shouted. A nurse rushed forward. "She's been trapped in a hot car. Severe dehydration and heat stroke. Get fluids in her immediately." The team sprang into action, wheeling her away. David stayed behind, catching his breath. He had done what he could. Now it was up to his colleagues. 2 hours later, David stepped out of the emergency room, exhaustion weighing on him. He was about to head to his office when he saw his colleague, Dr. Emily Carter, running toward him. "David," she called out, "is the girl okay?" He managed a tired smile. "She's out of the woods. We got to her just in time." Emily let out a shaky breath, her eyes welling with tears. "Thank God." David frowned. "Emily, why are you crying?" She covered her mouth, struggling to hold back sobs. "Because I'm the foolish mother who left my daughter in the car." David's breath caught. "What?" Tears streamed down her face. "I had 3 back-to-back surgeries. I was exhausted, running on autopilot. I drop Lily off at daycare every morning. But today, I forgot. I rushed inside and started my shift. I didn't remember until I saw the commotion outside. And by then, it was too late." David exhaled deeply, his heart sinking. Emily was one of the best doctors he knew. But today, she had made a devastating mistake. She looked up at him, her face filled with anguish. What kind of mother forgets her own child? What if you hadn't been there, David? What if... He placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Emily, you're not a bad mother. You were exhausted, overworked, running from one emergency to another. It was a terrible mistake, but one you'll never make again. And most importantly, Lily is alive." She broke down completely, sobbing into his chest. "I almost lost her." David sighed. "We spend our days saving lives, but what's the point if we lose the ones who need us most?" Emily nodded, wiping her tears. "I need to be with her." "Go," David said softly. "She needs you." David watched her go, his mind heavy with thoughts. The world expected doctors to be superheroes, but they were just people. Flawed, exhausted, stretched too thin. As he walked toward the cafeteria, his appetite had vanished. Instead, he pulled out his phone and sent a simple text to his wife. "Dinner at home tonight? Let's spend some time together." Because at the end of the day, no matter how many lives he saved, the ones that mattered most were the ones waiting for him at home.